G'day subscribers. Today we're going to work on one of the best accessories you can get, the Nasco parcel shelf for your FJ Holden. You're with Jules Knight on Jive Talking Garage. Well, for the job we've got at hand today, we have the Nasco parcel shelf, and I've also gone to the local upholstery manufacturer, or upholstery supplier I should really say, and I've got a really nice textured vinyl, and it's going to complement my kick panels and also the colour of the car. So this is the parcel shelf, and it's a metal construction. It's pretty much three pieces. It's this folded up, this edge, it's got a curl on it, goes flat. It's got a second piece here, and then there's another reinforced piece that goes against the flat tray itself because it folds around here at 90 degrees, as does this other curved piece here as well. That folds at 90 degrees there. Now, how it's attached, that fastener goes through driver's side kick panel, that fastener goes through driver's side kick panel, and that hole goes through the firewall. So you drill a hole through the firewall and put a nut and bolt through, and then screw your nut or your bolt coming in from the engine bay, whichever way you want to do it, from the firewall near the engine. So these are a terrific accessory. I love them. I think they're great. Every one of my FJ Holdens has had one, and it's really been a case of they're so helpful from the perspective, you jump in the car, you got to put your wallet somewhere, you got to put your mobile phone somewhere, and then all you do is, rather than it be on the seat or whether it be on the floor, you get all that stuff up there because that's a safety hazard as it is, and you put it on the parcel shelf. Now, I got a nice big piece of vinyl, and I think I got it 600. I got a 600 piece of vinyl, and I just laid it on top of the parcel shelf, and I went to the trouble of actually tucking it all the way underneath, and then I used fold back clips to actually clip them together, and then I could figure out how much overhang I had because I need to glue that down. So really it's a case of lay your material out first and then turn it over after you've got it clipped into place, and then and only then can you mark it all out with a pen, and then you can do cutting out the right shape ready to go on your parcel shelf. So what we've done for the second part of the parcel shelf is just check the vinyl out against the shape, and that was perfect because I'd made it oversize. And then after laying it out and making sure everything was okay, I then used some adhesive that I'd bought from Bunnings hardware stores, and also I applied it with a paintbrush. Now, I sort of figured that it was going to be sacrificial, so what I've done is, in two stages, I've actually put the vinyl down and up the front, but I've then clipped it all on the back so that, you know, I stretched it all out, but what I was finding is as I was applying it, it was drying too fast. So it was a matter, I had to get the vinyl on pretty quickly so that it would turn out okay and I could actually get it on before the glue went off on me. But what I have to do is I have to put there's a relief cut that I need to put in here, and as I go around the corners here, I will have to do a little bit more gluing when it's dry, because I want to do it in two stages so I'm not mucking around with anything. So the tools I've had to use for this job were just a screwdriver to open the can, a whole heap of paper clips, you know, they just did the job, also some glue, and You know, I'm going to need some weight to put on this. So I'm going to need some books and whatever else just to keep some weight on there while it dries overnight. So I'm not even going to think about looking at this until tomorrow, and then tomorrow I'll be gluing the edges such that everything works out okay as far as, you know, adhering to the painted surface, because, you know, I didn't put a huge amount of paint on this. Certainly underneath and the front edge, yes, but for the rest of it, I left it. I left just the top that was going to be covered. It doesn't have a lot of paint. Anyway, we'll have a look how we have the parcel shelf turned out. So now we've got the vinyl all stuck down onto the parcel shelf, but you've got to be really careful because the Parfix that I used is the fast grip, so it was really going off very quickly on me. So what I've now had to do is, you know, I had the you know, all cans of paint sitting on top of the vinyl weighing it down, but I've gone along and I've actually trimmed the sides, and I've put some cuts in there to get me around. For instance, around corners, you've got to have a corner cut in there. And I've also, with this vertical piece I've actually gone up that side and gone up that side, and I've put a relief cut in there, and I've got a relief cut here, because here's where it goes from being a flat piece, a flat shape, to a banana shape. So there's got to be a relief cut in here so that this piece will stick here, and then I've got to start sticking the banana shape up here, and you can see where I've put a wedge cut in here so that I can actually go around the gentle corner. And I've got some more wedges to go around the corners, and I've got two relief cuts to go around the sides, and I haven't put the relief cut in here yet. I've taken measurements for where I'll need to be, and I've started. But anyway, I'm on the way. So the next step is to work underneath the parcel shelf, because we've got the top of it done, and all of that vinyl is looking really, really good. And so now it's a matter of folding over. Now there's a hole in the back of the parcel shelf, this hole here that goes through the firewall. So I've actually punched a hole to give me a nice finish, and I'll marry that all up. So that's the next step. So it'll be a case of run glue along the back of the parcel shelf. I've already put a relief cut in there, as you can see, either side, because I'm trying to make sure that this fits over perfect and there's no issues. So we'll just sort of do that, and then I think it's going to turn out just fine. Anyway, that's the next stage for the parcel shelf in actually getting it covered with the green vinyl. So here we are with Supervisor Louis in the Jive Talking Garage. So we've got the clips on what we have glued down on the underside. I got my relief cut in there. I need one on there. Let's do it live. Let's put that on there, shall we? Okay, so we've got those fold back clips on there. That's going well, and we've done the end. Now I've run out of clips because I want to put them so close. So we're just leaving these. So we're going to do this in 2 stages, and all I'm doing is I'm just you know, out of the fast grip glue from Bunnings, I'm just sacrificing a brush each time I'm doing a little job. So, you know, no big deal with that whatsoever. So we're getting somewhere, and I think by tonight we should have this pretty much ready to go. So you can see we've done a wedge cut here to get this around corners. So we might have to put another 1 or 2 wedges in there. I've seen upholsterers put a lot of wedges in there and make it very long, but I'm using fast grip glue and also the fold back clips to help me. So yeah, I'm just trying to get the same result by an easier means. Anyway, that's how we're going with the parcel shelf project using the Nasco accessory. Just refurbishing it, making it new again. Well, Saturday morning here in the Jive Talking Garage, and we've done the last lot of gluing in the middle of the night. So what we're going to do is just take our little clips off and have a look at the handiwork. But look, I'm really happy. This was not only chosen colour-wise for the fact it was green and the rest of the car's green and so on, but I liked that it's got a little grain in it. It's got a nice grain, and one of the elbow rests that I got from my mate Kenny, it has that in there. So so when I was at the trimmers, they suggested that to me. So right, so finished product, looking pretty good. And then yeah, I left a little bit of overhang there. I can either trim that off or just push it up and then screw it down. But look, I think that's turned out really well. I've punched a hole in the back as little Jasper comes out. Hello, Jaspy. Got little Jasper. He's saying hello to everybody. We've been doing some woodwork here, as you can see. But yeah, look, yeah, I've put a hole punch through the back there, so that rear screw will not be impeded going into the firewall. So there we are, folks. The Nasco parcel shelf, one of the most important accessories I think you can have on your car. That being the sun visor, an anti-sway bar, and a parcel shelf. They're the critical ones. But okay, so we now have a parcel shelf ready for Project Julius. So what we've used is some vinyl. I bought 600, far more than I needed, because you know it's probably only 30 or so from there to there, 30 centimeters or 300 mil. But I've bought double because I've got some other little things in the car to do. We needed some Bear Fix. Now I used the fast grip, and it was probably a little too fast for me. It caught me unawares at one stage. To apply, I used paintbrushes that were sacrificial, and also I used a lot of fold back clips from my local stationers, and I was able to just use them to clip everything down. And I wasn't in a hurry to do it. I did it over probably all of Thursday night, and then sporadically on Friday, and then Friday night in the middle of the night, and then here we are Saturday taking them off. But anyway, there you go, the Nasco parcel shelf for your FX or your FJ Holden. Don't forget to share, like and subscribe, but more importantly, enjoy your Holden.